y'all? My name is Tweety, and I'm chilling out here, going in with Too Short's pre-party, y'all.
Hey, yo, man, it's Don Pacino from Killer Army.
Yeah, this is Sway and Tech, world famous wake up show.
One time for your mind, how's she, a.k.a. Phantom.
This is the motherfucking Ninth Prince.
Keena Thompson, man, Saturday Night Live, man. Make sure y'all tune in on that, you know what I mean?
Hello, my name is Kathy, and you're watching B-Sides Videos.
Yeah, you know what time it is. Supreme Bigger Figure, Big Cap, the Warden, the Club King.
We out here representing for Too Short right now, you know what I mean?
This is what we doing right now, VH1 Awards.
We in New York celebrating Too Short's career.
Do you think he had a big impact on hip-hop?
Oh, yes, of course. He's one of, like, pioneers, especially coming from the West Coast.
Oh, my God. Wait a minute. First of all, before they was the Snoop, all I have to say, before they was Snoop, it was Too Short. That's all I have to say.
Other than LL Cool J, you got to put it in perspective. Too Short is one of the longest running artists that remain relevant since the 80s.
He's a legend, been in the game for like 20 years, yo. How you gonna stop that? You know what I mean? He's like a West Coast LL Cool J, you know what I mean?
Man, it's about time, you know what I'm saying? Like, Too Short is definitely a pioneer, you know what I mean? I see him all the time in the A. That's my dog, that's my fam, I got love for him. He got love for me, so it's beautiful.
Too Short was a pioneer for us because at a time when we were coming up in the late 80s and the 90s, if you were from the West Coast, you couldn't get record deals, you couldn't even get in mainstream print magazines, you couldn't get on video shows. And Too Short, through his entrepreneurial spirit and 75 Girls, they showed us how you could take your own product and become an autonomy and sell. At that time, it was cassette tapes. Short used to make cassette tapes and jump on any bus line, whether it was the 40, whether it was, back then we had the 80s, it was the 64, it was the 14, different buses that ran through Oakland. He'd get on the back of the bus, play his cassette tape, and sell them. Then he graduated to, once he got with 75 Girls, he started selling them out of the trunk of his car. And then Jive Records came and picked him up and started distributing them as a label. That gave birth to a lot of Southern entrepreneurs as well who had to follow the same footsteps we followed on the West Coast just to get recognition. So Too Short was a pioneer of all that. He was one of the first dudes to do it. Him and Freddie B, then it was MC Hammer. Me and my partner King Tech started our own independent label called All City out of 23rd Ave in my mother's house. And a lot of that inspiration came from Short. Short was really one of the first dudes to kind of blow up mainstream. You know, when he got his deal with Jive Records, that just kind of set it off, and he kind of sparked debate. After that, you had everybody from Drew Down to the Loonies, RBO, Posse, Rapid Forte, Paris, the Black Panther, Digital Underground, Hieroglyphics, Hobo Junction. I mean, you had so many groups that kind of followed that lead and got inspired by Short. But one thing about Short is he personifies what Oakland was about from then to now. You know, now he's the godfather. You know, you got the young dudes right here that's defining what Oakland is about. You know, and we got to look at them to get our direction. So we following their lead, you know. So when you got groups like Hard Knock right here, what they're doing today is what Short was doing back then in the late 80s, in the early 90s. And because Short did that, groups like this are able to perform, groups like The Team. I mean, different groups that have started to break out of the Bay and starting to get national recognition. All that had a lot to do with Short's success.
I don't think enough people were honored. I think they go back and forth of where it's supposed to go. They don't really go down the timeline. But he should have been in the #1, the first hip-hop honors. That's how I feel. But finally, you know what I'm saying? It's a time for everything. It's a time for everybody. And now it's definitely his time.
You know, you got to be smart, know how to reinvent yourself. When he moved to Atlanta, that helped him reinvent himself. When he teamed up with Little John and different people and started branching off in his music sonically, that made him relevant across the regional boundaries. So we always love Short, man.
Too Short's a vet. You know what I mean? I can't take that away. Oakland, Cali, you know what I mean? West Coast, that's what it is. He was always there, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna give homage and respect to all of that. There ain't no problem with that. We good.
What's up, Too Short?
How you doing, baby?
Hey, what's up? How did it feel to be nominated to be honored for the Hip Hop Honor Award?
I'm happy, man. I feel like, you know, I really don't need an award or to be honored because I know what I did. So I'm like, you know, I pat myself on the back. I don't need like the Grammys and all that stuff, but I don't know. VH1 has been doing a lot of real good stuff for hip hop as far as like just documenting the real deal hip hop stuff with some of the specials they have. And Hip Hop Honors is one of their best shows. A lot of people like it, so I'm excited about it. A lot of my fans are excited about it, and I'm excited to be honored at the same time as Cypress and Naughty and De La Soul and my man Slick Rick. That's like a real major graduation class. So it's all good. You know, we having a little pre-party up here tonight, and it's looking good for me. Look around.
And what do you feel about hip hop now? The hip hop now, how does it feel? Like from back then to now, what do you feel?
All I'm gonna say is don't hate on the new rappers. If you with that hip hop cloud, don't hate on the new rappers. The new rappers, if they getting money, it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna send a shout out to B-Side TV. The host is looking good. These ladies around here looking good. I can't really fuck with y'all too much longer. I gotta go. We holler tomorrow.